Oh, welcome to another episode of the 151 Collective. I am your co-host, Zack Mo, aka ChatGPT.
And I'm your co-host Collector, aka Argus Pro.
Argus Pro, what's that?
A vape.
Oh, lame. At least I'm AI. I'm intelligent.
Uh-huh. Well, my vape might be intelligent. You don't know.
How can a vape be intelligent? What can your
It's got
vape do
a.
besides
It's
give
got
you
a.
nicotine?
It's got a onboard chip, variable wattage. I can actually see vape on my camera right now. Anyway, oh yeah, now I can see vape on yours. YouTube's gonna
Yep.
love that.
What are they gonna do? Demonetize us?
We're
Good
heavily
luck.
monetized from our 12 weekly views.
Hey, every single one of them are very important to me.
They are. They're extremely important.
Apparently not to you.
Thanks to everybody who watches on YouTube, listens on Spotify or RSS feed, or however you tune in to the 151 Collective. Leave
I
a
don't think
like.
anybody listens on RSS feed.
Leave a like and comment and subscribe.
Yeah.
We're supposed to wait till later to say that. I think that's part of the algorithm.
Is that a thing?
I think people wait until they're about 10 minutes into their video and they wait until there's like a
Well, that's not
cliffhanger
true.
type moment.
If I'm watching like a gaming clip or something because I'm just trying to figure something out,
Mm-hmm.
usually it comes in the beginning.
But they don't say anything, right? It's just the text.
I don't know, but now I'm going to be paying attention to every single video I watch.
So good content creators, famous good content creators who are
Not
very
us.
successful on YouTube, they will pop the icons up right in the beginning of the video, like subscribe, ding, whatever. It's like part of their intro. And then they wait until there's like a cliffhanger moment in the video where, you know, they have some fact that they're in the middle of spouting on or whatever. And then they'll say, you know, we'll be right back or whatever. And they cut to a video, a separate video of them saying like, hey guys, thanks for supporting the channel. Please like and follow and whatever they say.
Well,
Nah, mean.
yeah, nah, I mean Jelly Bean.
Jelly bean, Easter. Let's go.
Okay. Passover.
Do you eat jelly beans on Passover?
No, I eat matzo ball soup and brisket.
Oh, matzo ball soup.
There's nothing like a good matzo ball soup,
Oh,
and
l'chaim.
my mother makes the best matzo ball soup.
I'm sure she does. I believe that wholeheartedly.
It's fucking delicious.
Maybe I'll catch an invite for matzo ball soup one of these years.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll see how I feel.
Speaking of how you feel, you know, everybody's been asking me for like almost a month now. You know, how was Zack Mo's weekend collecting?
Why have they been asking for a month if they're only asking about a week?
Because we took off
1 week.
And then I went. And now this is 3 weeks out. And I think the week before that we had Kevin.
Whatever. I have no recollection of anything. How has my week been in collecting? My past 3 weeks. Let's see. I think we covered the Lapras I got.
Yeah, I think so.
So it hasn't been that long.
Computer from Travis, and they both got a shout out, and Mike commented on it.
Right. Right, yeah, because fuck you, API. So what have I collected since? You did anything but Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
So I got some wrestling cards.
SummerSlam
2003.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yep.
What did you do the rest of that box?
I still have the packs. I'll just use it on the next
cool.
AVP
just send
night.
it to me. So I got a Tajiri card. Tajiri was dope. I got lots of cards of Chris Benoit on it. Shout out Chris Benoit. We miss you.
Yeah, shout out Chris Benoit.
We miss you. Come back and don't kill anybody. What else? I got a new phone for my birthday. It's not really collecting, but
that's
got
fire.
a new phone. Yeah, got the Apple iPhone 16 Pro Max. What I really enjoy, because I like pop sockets, is that my pop socket is magnetic.
MagSafe.
So that's fun. Other than that, I did buy a Journey Together ATV from you.
Yeah, you bought a few things. I've sent you a few different packages.
That's debatable. I I know I
At
bought.
least 2 shipments.
Yeah, one was the wrestling.
Yeah. Okay. So in a few different packages. 2.
So lucky we don't live in the same state. We'd fight every day. Yeah, so I bought the Journey Together ETB and I pulled the Ends Zorark.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I
Banger
did.
pull. We should
Banger
look
pull.
at market on that, by the
I
way.
it's
What is
already
it?
down like $100.
What is it, $100 now? Nah.
It's like 140.
Hold on. I'm pulling it up on TCG right now.
Pull it up on TCG right
Yeah,
now.
okay. So I see market and versus listed. So the promoted listed copy is listed at 170 at near mint, but true market price is 136. Most recent sale, it looks like 123.81. Probably not a great copy. Also, there's a lot of Japanese copies mixed in, which TCG really needs to do something about.
I also
Let's
have
see.
that one.
Well, that's $100 card for sure.
The Japanese.
126.86. Yeah. Okay, so the cheapest copy you can get from a well-reviewed seller is 130 on Enzo. So you still basically doubled. You paid 70 for the ETB, so you almost
All right,
doubled.
so I'll sell both for 200.
That would be a great deal.
I think it is a great deal.
That'd be.
I know who's listening and I know who wants it.
88% of market.
That's what, 80?
88% of market for the pair.
Well, I know who's listening, and I know who's already asked me for it. So I expect a DM tomorrow. Charles.
Yeah, 88% of market. If you did 200 for the pair, you'd get basically full market on Japanese, and then 80-ish% of market on English. I think
Not
that's
bad.
how the math works. Yeah. Plus, if someone's buying it direct, then they also don't have to pay tax, which on a $200 purchase, they're going to save another $15.
If it's Charlie, I'm still going to charge him tax.
You could tax him on it.
Just because he always agrees with you in your rankings. So yeah, that's pretty much been my week in collecting. I don't remember what else I got in that ETB besides that card.
I think there was one art rare, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 2 EXs, an art rare, and the SAR.
I think you're correct. I
don't remember which one.
What it was. Yeah.
So it wasn't of consequence. It wasn't one of the great ones, but there was an art rare and a couple of EXs.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. While we were just speaking about that, I watched it. I was scrolling through TikTok today. Shout out TikTok, and somebody had opened 1,000 packs of Journey Together, and they actually because they were doing it for pull rate, numbers. They actually didn't pull one Ends Zorark, but they had pulled 4 Lily's Clefairy.
Could be a batching error. Where did the packs come from?
I don't know. I think it's a more rare card, and I think I should.
Could be. It. Yeah. Yep. You're right. Pokemon go up, bro.
Yeah, Pokemon go up. Pokemon go up, and that's our market update for this week.
Yeah.
Pokemon go up. Yeah. Have you done anything cool?
Collection wise, not a ton. When a new set comes out, I always bolster my sealed collection. So I have new cases of items added to the sealed collection. When a new set drops, I grab or I set aside. I don't buy specifically. It's just part of my allocation. I set aside 1 case of booster boxes, 1 case of sleeved packs, and a single booster box and a single ETB, just out of my general allocation. So that's nice. Now my shelf for my ETBs and booster boxes is uneven again. So I have to wait for 3 more sets to come out for it to balance out, which is really kind of annoying. But
yeah, it sounds like a real problem.
First world problem. But I will say it did fill out my booster box case shelf very, very nicely. There was only 1 spot left, and that is now filled, which will be a problem when Destined Rivals comes out, because I don't know where I'm going to put that. So I'm going to have to sell one of the older cases.
I'll keep it in my sister's room.
I don't even know how much Destined Rivals I'll get. That's a whole nother can of worms. But it is time I have to let go of some of the sealed collection. It's getting a little outrageous. It's a lot.
Well, I know some folks that'll probably buy some of it.
Yeah. I got to just go through it and decide what I want to sell and what I want to keep. My sealed collection is getting a little crazy. I've been picking up a lot of different lots lately. And when I get these lots, oftentimes they come with like random packs, like blister packs, sealed blister packs, sleeve packs, check clean blisters, 3-pack blisters. Anytime I get any of those, it doesn't really matter what set it is. Basically, like XY forward, if I get one of those packs, it just goes into a box, and that box is now pretty much completely filled. So I have a big box full of random packs that I have to go through at some point. But that's cool. I really like collecting sleeve blisters. I actually just picked up 2 more check lane blisters today at Five Below. They had Obsidian Flames check lane blisters, and I didn't have the matching set yet, so I picked those up. That was pretty cool.
You know what those probably do?
They probably have good hits in them because it's Obsidian Flames.
Yep. Hits.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I think basically just a bunch of sealed stuff. Nothing new in the slab or singles territory, other than I was gifted a couple of really cool cards. Shout out Rydell for gifting me an Error Energy, and yeah, everybody always donates awesome stuff.
Well,
my collection
that makes me proud, because I'm proud.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
You're not supposed to.
All right, good. I see you saying it a lot in chat to Annie, but one of these days I'll figure out what it means.
It literally means that I'm proud of Annie.
All right.
And well, I don't really recall where it stemmed from. I think she had pulled something good one day, and I said, "You were like, oh, congratulations!" And I just randomly said, "Hey, I'm proud of you." And ever since then, whenever she pulls something, I say, "I'm proud of you."
Nice. Well, yeah, it was cool to get some stuff from Rydell, but basically that was my past few weeks. Nothing crazy coming into the collection.
Sounds wild.
Yeah, it's been pretty low key.
Life's low key.
Not really for me. Things are pretty busy, but yeah, life can be low key at times.
Must be nice to be busy.
Sure. Yeah, I mean anybody could be busy. You just got to work more, do more things. Then you'd be busier.
I mean, yeah, that's a good answer.
That's it, dude. Like,
yeah.
You want to be busier? Just do more stuff.
Then you're busier. I'm already plenty busy. I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. It's too damn bad.
So yeah, that was it for me. What about a Pokemon highlight? Are we gonna get one of those, or are we gonna do the market first? What's the order? I never remember these things.
You'd think by, what are we on, episode 35, 34, like 35?
Yeah, somewhere in that ballpark.
You think by now that you'd be, on, where we are. It's now time for the market update, unless you want to first do our newest segment.
Oh yeah, sit on it.
With who?
How's it going? With Zack Mo.
Oh, that's me.
And probably Jen. I'm imagining she's playing a part in this.
Not really. I put it high enough she can't reach. So
wait, but it's in her room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then she's definitely playing a part.
Barely. It's still up there. It is next to, I think, her Justin Timberlake NSYNC Barbie doll from
there you go.
Back in the day when they're marionettes.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do know exactly which one you mean. My sister had one. I
think it's next to that up there. Yeah, it's still there, and I haven't opened it. And there's probably a Moonbryon V2 inside. Maybe even a God Pack.
Thinking about it, I'm pretty sure that he had the ramen noodle hair on that Barbie doll.
Oh, he absolutely did.
Yeah, I remember it. He
absolutely did.
Ramen noodle hair.
It's gonna be May. Oh, that meme's gonna start coming up soon.
Soon, yeah, we got a month.
Yeah, it's April 1st. Oh, if you listen to this and you are in the weekly wins, I am not going to be a dad. April Fools.
Got him.
Everybody was congratulating me.
Speaking of April, we'll be a day late when we go live. I was thinking we should put a clickbaity title, like our last episode or something like that.
We can still do that.
I mean, yeah, we could. It's 14 and a half minutes in. You have to listen for 14 and a half minutes to realize it's a joke. April Fools.
April Fools. We're not retiring. That's funny. Now give us a market update.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I really didn't do any research on the market, but I can tell you what I know off the top of my head. I'll pull up TCG Player at the same time. So Yeah, I mean, yes and no. Things are definitely in a better place right now than they were when Prismatic came out. Journey Together has been a softer launch than Prismatic was by a long shot. Market has settled pretty strong on the ETB at about $80. That's like right around market price. They launched at like 120, so that's a pretty significant
And
cutback.
typical ETB is 60, right? 59.99.
I think 54.99. I want to say they
All
are
right, yeah, close enough.
49.99 maybe, because then I think it's the specialty ETBs that are, I think they're 49.99, and then the specialty ETB is a little different. I think that one's 54.99. So we're at 80 market price, TCG player market price on the ETBs. And then the enhanced booster box, I haven't even looked at this, which is like the one that everybody has basically. Looks like market on that is hovering in the 225 range shipped.
I just want the
Close,
price from that.
cheapest reliable seller on TCG players, 225 on that box. So that's right around, 220, 220, 230 is pretty much market on that box, which is good, right? Like obviously still over MSRP, but a much softer release than we saw with Prismatic. And I think one of the really good things that happened with Journey Together is that people were and are consistently able to find it out in the wild. I don't know how long that will last because this set was short printed. Pokemon stated that they did not print enough Journey Together and that they would be increasing the supply. So we will eventually get more. But as of right now, Journey Together is accessible, which is very, very, very good. Another thing that happened with Journey Together that is really extremely notable. Wait a minute. Oh, this is so funny. So on TCG Player, when you search Journey Together, it's sorted by most relevant listing. The first listing is the booster pack. The second listing is the stamped promo from the booster box, and the third listing is ends PP up. So we're not the only ones that are enjoying that card. That's fucking amazing. Okay, back to what I was saying. I think I maybe lost. Oh, I remember. So Sword and Shield singles that were playable singles have now officially rotated out of competitive play. One of the things that Pokemon does that's very different than something like Magic the Gathering is they do rotation. They do rotation all the time. It's been happening for forever. But this is Journey Together is a really important set because it was the Sword and Shield set or the Scarlet Violet set, however you want to look at it, that rotated the previous era completely out of playability. So you're going to see a lot of cards from Sword and Shield that were only expensive because they were playable now drop in price. We saw it on an interesting example, a funny example is the Rotom V. The regular Rotom V
Get
from
Rotomed.
Lost Origin has dropped from a 6-month high of $3.56 was the 3-month high, or sorry, 6-month high, and now it's currently 59 cents. So it was $3.59. Obviously not an extremely expensive card by any means, but it has an ability, a lost zone ability called Instant Charge that people really were using in competitive format all the time. So the card was expensive because it was competitive, and now it's not. Now that you can't play it, the price just tanks completely, and you'll see that on a lot of the Pokemon. I think specifically Pokemon cards. I don't think the trainers rotate out, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe some of them do, but a lot of like ultra rare energies and stuff like that, you can play them from whenever, and I believe trainers are the same. Maybe supporters and stadiums rotate out, but I think regular trainers do not. So that's an important update. Let's check
Do you
on
think
evolving
Pocket's going to do that?
rotation. Pocket doesn't have to. Pocket has a totally separate issue to deal with called power creep, which they're basically what will happen with Pocket is that cards will become obsolete. Rotating them out doesn't really make any sense. Like you're going to be unable to be competitive in Pocket if you're using old cards.
I've learned that today. I was using the Charizard EX from the first set that they had made, and I swapped it out with the one that they currently just put out, and it is a far better card.
Yeah. So this happens in all TCGs, not just Pokemon, but there's this concept called power creep. And what they're doing is they're introducing more and more powerful cards into the game.
Hmm.
And in order for the game to stay fun
Relevant.
and not get like dry, they have to put more and more powerful cards into the game. And they do rotations for a totally separate reason. The power creep happens in the regular TCG as well as the uh, Pokemon Pocket version. The rotation is so that you don't have like abilities that are clashing with new abilities and new things that they're introducing. So
Understand.
maybe in Pocket they will have to do some form of rotation, but the abilities are all very basic. You're using a much more limited deck in TCG Pocket, and they're not introducing the same high level archetypes in TCG Pocket yet. They may in the future, and at that point they may have to rotate stuff out, but it seems very odd to rotate out a digital asset that you've paid for, because then you really have, well, okay, paid for either with your time or with money if you're buying packs, but um, yeah, it's a very different. I think a very different approach would be taken. Maybe they will. I don't know. I guess the
Well,
true
that was a
answer is I
longer
really don't
answer
know.
than I wanted, so you can continue.
Well, you got more information probably than you thought you would have as well. Um, yeah, so back into a couple other market things. We have, Sword and Shield stuff still doing pretty well. Evolving Skies settling a little bit, it looks like, on the booster boxes. But a lot of the sleeved, like the rare sleeved stuff and the rare blister packs, are still going up pretty high. Lost Origin had a pretty big spike for some reason, not really sure exactly why. Um, and then Scarlet Violet stuff, we had this news about this massive reprint that we were supposed to get, and everybody was hyping it up. And the fact of the matter is, the reprint came and went and did next to nothing to the market. In fact, the market is now stronger than it was when this reprint was teased. So we were told we were going to get more Obsidian, more Paldea. Obsidian. It was then later confirmed that we weren't actually getting more Obsidian. But Paldea has gone up since then. Oh, my poor girl's crying. I don't know what's going on. Obsidian has also continued to rise. Basically, it had the opposite of the intended effect. So if you're still sitting on sealed early era Scarlet Violet stuff, your assets are very strong. I wouldn't necessarily worry about these talks of reprints. I do think we're going to see a lot of 151 and a lot of Prismatic, and I think that we'll maybe see some
A lot of
Paldean Fates.
151.
Yeah, I think we'll see
I'm
a
here
lot
for
of
that.
151, a lot of Prismatic. I think we'll see a fair amount of Paldean Fates. I think they're going to go heavy on Surging Sparks, and I think we'll also get more Journey Together. And then I think Destined Rivals, I'm hopeful that we are just going to get obliterated with Destined Rivals. I think it's going to just be printed to an extreme level. We'll see how true that is. I could be totally wrong on that, but that's my speculation, is that Destined Rivals is going to have a pretty heavy supply, which is a very good thing. It's going to make it really hard for people to, I hate the term, but quote unquote, scalp the product. It's going to be hard to buy and sell immediately for a profit. It's also going to be very hard or very scary for people to take massive positions in the product early, because the product is always more expensive early. Even the glory of Team Rocket has come down a little bit from its original highs for the pre-orders. And it's pretty scary to take a huge position in a product like that when you don't really know what the market's going to be like at the actual time of release. So I always tell people to be very careful on pre-orders. I would be even more careful for Destined Rivals. I think anything you can get from Pokemon Center is safe. Anything you can get at like quote unquote MSRP, as long as it's from a reliable source, I don't think you're going to be like burned on your money. But I do think there's going to be this massive hype around the set. People are going to be trying to pre-sell it for $200, $300 a booster box, $400 a booster box. And I think it'll be probably a lot like what we saw with the Charizard UPC, where we're going to have a much heavier supply than what we're used to lately, and it will drive the price down. That's purely speculation based on how I've seen the Pokemon Company handle situations like this in the past. I think that they knew we identified an issue with printing at Surging Sparks. I'm so distracted hearing my daughter in the other room. We identified an issue with Surging Sparks. When Surging Sparks printed, we realized there's way too much demand for this product. We just don't have enough of it. We didn't print enough. Then Prismatic came out, and the thought process was like they short printed Surging Sparks so they could print more Prismatic Evolutions, which they did, but they just still didn't print enough Prismatic Evolutions, right? So we saw this massive issue with Prismatic Evolutions. At that point, when Surging Sparks came out, they already knew that Rocket was going to be a big set. There's no, like, they had products lined up for it. They released a new Bear Walker board. They released an entire line of clothing around it. They released a suitcase in Japan. I mean, they knew all these things were coming. So as soon as they identified, like, hey, Pokemon's in very high demand right now, we're not able to get enough Surging Sparks, and even our Prismatic, which was 3 times Surging Sparks or whatever, even that wasn't enough. My bet is that they just started pumping Destined Rivals, and they just knew, look, Journey Together is just going to be what it is. We're not going to have enough of it, and we're going to get to 151, and we're going to get to Prismatic, and we're going to get to Paldean Fates. But right now, priority number 1, get more Destined Rivals out there. So that's what I would do if I were at the helm and I was faced with this massive issue where the whole entire market was pissed at me and everybody was angry and nobody could get anything, and I knew I had a Rocket set coming. I would put all my eggs in the Rocket basket and print the crap out of it. And then after we get enough production on Rocket, go back in time for 151, Paldean Fates, Prismatic Evolutions. We do have the Super Premium collection coming for Prismatic Evolutions, so the packs never stopped being produced. The printers were still running on Prismatic, and I imagine it'll be pretty easy for them to pump out more Prismatic Evolutions. But I'm hopeful that we'll see a healthier supply of Destined Rivals. I have no real reason to believe this to be true. There's no, like, I don't have like information on it. I don't have allocation numbers. I have nothing other than if I were at the helm of a multi-billion-dollar organization, that would be the decision that I would make. So hopefully that's what they did. We'll see. I could be completely wrong. We could stay in this position for a very long time where they're just not able to get us enough product, and we'll continue to see this scarcity in the market. But I'm hopeful that with Destined Rivals, it won't be such a huge problem as it is right now. I think it'll be even better than Journey Together was. I think people will find it consistently available after maybe the first week or two. It should be available. I think. I could be totally wrong, though. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Time will tell.
Time will tell.
Yeah. The only other thing is for the market is we have the Glory of Team Rocket coming. That's the Japanese equivalent to the second half of Destined Rivals. Pre-orders have already dropped on that a little bit. I am not taking a position in that set until much closer to release. It is going April 18th, I believe. So it's going to be an extremely expensive set. Duh, right? It's a
What's
Rocket
the first
set.
half of Destined Rivals?
Heatwave Arena. So Destined Rivals is like good versus bad, hence the rivalry, right? So the good is like Ethan, Cynthia, all the cards that you saw in Heatwave Arena. That's
Who
like the good
fuck
team.
is Ethan?
Ethan has the Pichu. Ethan has the Ho-Oh.
Yeah, I see it. Who the fuck is Ethan? What is he from? The second game?
Yeah. Yes. And yeah, and then we have the second half being the Glory of Team Rocket, which will obviously be the more expensive half, the more anticipated half. Those briefcases are going to be a problem. I'll tell you that right now. So there's this Japanese product coming out. It's been teased, or it's been revealed. Not teased. It's been fully revealed. It's a metal briefcase with the Rocket R on it. Black briefcase, red Rocket R. Nothing else on it. Red Rocket. It's got the Team Rocket R in the middle. Black briefcase.
What did that come from?
You looked at me funny when I said Red Rocket, and that's
no.
what popped in
I
my
looked
head,
at you because I thought to myself, that sounds like an awesome fucking briefcase.
Oh, well, I realize that now, but it also made me think of the South Park episode about Red Rocket. You know what that is?
Yes, I do know what a Red Rocket is.
Okay, good. Let's move past that now. So it's got the Team Rocket R logo on it. It's a metal briefcase.
I'll make sure I hit explicit episode.
Inside, it has like random accessories and 30 packs of
30?
Yeah, 30 packs, which is a booster box of Glory of Team Rocket. Sorry, not Heatwave. Glory of Team Rocket. The previous iteration of this briefcase launched, I don't remember how many years ago, a long time ago. And the market value on them is literally $35,000 plus. The ones that are releasing now are $100 on the Japanese Pokemon website. So
we can't get that?
It's I'll get them. They're going to be thousands of dollars by the time they make it to the US. They are releasing on a lottery-only system from the Pokemon Center Japan website. So basically,
That's what I mean by we can't get it. It's the Pokemon
you
Center
can't
Japan
buy it,
website.
but you also
Right.
can't
Okay.
buy Heatwave Arena boxes from Pokemon Center either. So, oh
So
man, I don't know what is going on with Willow. I'm sorry, everybody hearing that. I'm also sorry to my poor wife who's dealing with that right now. I don't know what's going on. It's now 11 o'clock and she's not asleep, so that is not great. Can we pause? We can pause this recording. We'll be back in 3 minutes with the magic of. Well, no, it'll be instant for you guys, but I'll be
it'll
right
be
back.
instant for them. Yeah.
All right, I'm pausing this.
Okay.
All right, and we're back. Sorry about the minor delay. Well,
There
it
was
wasn't
no delay for them.
literally no delay. Okay, so Pokemon Center Japan, here's how it works. Every citizen of Japan is able to create an account, and I believe the age restriction is 14 and above, but it may even be lower than that now. And each one of those people can sign up for the chance to receive this rocket briefcase. So they're not available at retail. Like no one is selling this for $100, right? If it's $100 on the Pokemon Center website, the person who wins the lottery to get it, right? Let's say 20% of the people win. They then have to resell it to someone who has contacts in the United States, who then has to resell it at their price. And then once it reaches the United States, that reseller has to resell it to someone else. So it's going to be an extremely high price item, especially because we have the history to back up the fact that it could potentially be an extremely expensive item in the future.
I mean, 100%. I agree that it will be an extremely expensive item in the future.
And the previous one, though, had 2 promos. This one, as far as we know, does not come with any promo cards, which makes it a huge difference. Because the previous one having 2 promos that were exclusive to that briefcase really pumps the value. I mean, the promos themselves are worth like $10,000 to $15,000 a piece.
I have one.
Oh, nice, perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
Cash it out. Let's go on a trip.
All right, you're still paying.
So yeah, that's the latest and greatest in the Japanese market. Glory of Team Rocket's going to be expensive, but I personally would say like don't pre-order any yet. We could get cooked on it, like it could be 300, but it started at 250 right now. The pre-orders started around 250. Right now they're down at around 200, 195. The fact that that's happening is telling me nobody is pre-ordering it at 250, and the Japanese market is reacting by saying, okay, we're going to lower our price a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping that even 200 is too egregious. What's going to happen, what always happens with these hype sets, is it's going to drop to a place where people start feeling comfortable buying. Hitting the sweet spot is what makes buying Japanese products so hard. It's going to drop. And then as soon as it hits that sweet spot, it's going to shoot right back up to like match basically what we're selling it for in America. So I would say maybe 15 or 20% on top of whatever the low is in Japan, because that's what a reseller takes, like, 10% margin on a Japanese box after shipping and fees and blah, blah, blah. You hope for about 10%. So you get the box. Let's say it drops to 160 at the sweet spot, right? I'm able to pre-order 50 boxes at 160. By the time I get those 50 boxes to me from Japan, it's already going to be 180 again in Japan, or 190 or whatever the math is on it. So I'm hoping the sweet spot is lower than 160, but I do anticipate this being just like 151 coming out of the gate at close to $200. So
cool.
We'll see. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully I'm wrong. I think Glory of Team Rocket's going to be way more expensive in the beginning and then slowly drop as the supply reaches the demand, because Japan seems to have the capacity to pump out more supply than America. And I think that Destined Rivals will hopefully have a good supply. We'll see.
I have a question. You said that Japan seems to be able to pump out more than America.
Way more.
Are English cards printed in America?
Yes.
Huh. I didn't know that.
But they're printed in facilities that are rented. We rent printer time in the US.
We?
Pokemon. The Pokemon Company, TPCI, the Pokemon Company International, rents printer time in the US to produce Pokemon cards at various different printing facilities.
Never the same.
In Japan, they own them. So, and one of the issues that we're facing that people have no idea about and just complain and don't do any research and don't know why they can't get Pokemon cards.
Air tags.
What? I think air
I
tags
saw a thing
are
that
great, by the way.
people are using air tags
Mm-hmm.
to track packages to find out where these shipments are, and they are robbing the trucks.
Sure. That's doesn't surprise me at all. On the other part of that, like when I buy vintage items from specific US sellers, I have the option for AirTag shipments. So if I buy a $20,000 collection, booster collection or whatever, a very high end item from a US seller, I can pay an extra $60, I think it is, and they'll put in an AirTag and I can track it via
That's pretty
AirTag.
dope.
So yes, I'm sure that nefarious people are using that for the exact same reason, but to steal stuff.
Yeah.
I was about to make a good point, and I don't remember what it was.
Probably wasn't that good.
Printing. Oh, yeah. The problem that people don't realize. This is kind of getting away from the market a little bit and talking a little bit more holistically about trading cards in general. We're renting. We Pokemon people are, buying cards that are printed on rented printers. Well, the increase in prices in Pokemon are not exclusive to Pokemon cards. The entire collectibles market, aka Sunny Angels and Topps cards. I mean, the whole entire collectibles market has gone pretty significantly up in the last, let's say, 7 months. So anybody else who's also renting those printers is trying to get more time. So I'm sure the prices for rentals have gone up, et cetera, et cetera. I'm sure we are facing an issue that is larger than just the Pokemon company, because they're not dumb. Like to be in this position where they can't create enough product to fulfill demand, they are losing billions of dollars on each launch, not having enough product.
Mm-hmm.
Their site sells out within an hour. That's a problem. How many hours could they have gone continuing to sell things? If it's 2 hours, they've only sold 50% of what they should have sold. If it's 3 hours, they've only sold 33% of what they should have sold, and so on. And it just compounds as it goes up. No one knows, I guess, their selling capacity. If they put infinity amount out, who knows how many would sell? We don't know
Probably a lot.
what true market cap is. So they're acutely aware that there's an issue, and I'm sure that the Pokemon company is working to fix it. Not necessarily because they give a fuck about anybody, but just
They
from
give
a
a fuck
business,
about money. Yeah.
just from a business standpoint, they probably do. I think the Pokemon company is a good company, and they do care about the consumer to a degree.
They don't like
But
me.
whether they cared or not is irrelevant. They're losing money. They initially started making way more money when they created this scarcity, intentionally or accidental, by being able to sell their products on the Pokemon Center website really, really well. That was a very good move for them. Adding promos to a booster box, very good move. Unfortunately, they just didn't print enough of it, and they're losing a lot of money because of that. And so now they got to crank up production, and they know, I mean, like I said, dude, Team Rocket, come on. Since I heard that there was going to be a Team Rocket set, I've been getting DMs about people trying to pre-order the set. I mean, come on, it's Team Rocket. Like it's gonna be a classic set.
They are blasting off again.
The ETB looks amazing. The booster box looks awesome. The pack arts look great. I saw the leak of the Kangaskhan art rare. It looks awesome. I mean, it's going to be a badass set. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that my little theory is right. I could be totally wrong. We could get totally shafted and just have insane pricing and impossible to get, and I'll be, super limited in what I have. But I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping I'm able to get a fair amount of it. We'll see.
I'm hoping the price goes down to $60.
That would be pretty incredible. We haven't had a $60 booster box since ever. Ever, I don't think.
I meant the Japanese box.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that would also take a miracle. We haven't had a $60 Japanese booster box since Mask of Change, I think.
Winds of Change.
No, Mask of Change. Transformation Mask, I think is what it's really called. But
would you like to learn about a Pokemon?
Yeah, man. Tell me all about a Pokemon.
Cool.
I'm going to mute
tell you all
too
about it
while you're talking.
Finally.
because Willow's still
Um,
crying.
yeah, we don't. Nobody's bothered. If they're bothered,
I'm
they can
bothered.
stop listening. Well,
I'm bothered that my kid is crying.
no,
It
well, that
makes me feel like I need to go out of the room.
when I say nobody's bothered, I don't mean that way. That it's okay. I'm gonna continue. You know what I'm trying to fucking say.
Yeah, whatever, JB, go ahead.
Wow, you all heard it. You've actually
Wow.
heard it. It came out of his mouth. You've heard it. Um, so we're gonna do one from the first gen, and I will give you one guess. There is no other Pokemon in all generations who share this typing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Starmie.
Starmie is a water type Pokemon. There are countless water type Pokemons. It is Zubat.
The most annoying Pokemon of all time.
It is. No, I think that's pretty interesting though.
It
There's
is a
no
very
other
interesting fact.
Pokemon that doesn't have the poison flying type besides it and
Hmm.
Golbat. So I thought that was pretty cool.
What about Crobat?
And
Dark?
Crobat. No, Crobat's also poison flying. But no, wait. Crobat doesn't Golbat turn into Crobat?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. This is the line. It's the only line that is poison flying.
Flying. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, that was off the bat. I actually don't know if Crobat is poison flying though.
It is. I just looked it up.
Okay. Zubat and its evolved forms are the only. I just said that. Zubat and its evolved forms share their categories with Woobat. They are all known as a bat Pokemon. Fun fact. Zubat's evolution line has several similarities with Woobat's. Did you mute yourself again? You just nod. Okay. He muted. Oh, excuse me. He mutes.
You should have muted.
I should have. That came out of nowhere. All members of both lines are called bat Pokemon. Zubat can also be seen as a parallel to Noibat, as they are both flying type Pokemon based on bats and can have Infiltrator as a possible ability. They also share the same base stat with their attack and special attacks switched around. Zubat has the lowest base special attack stat of all flying type Pokemon, tying with Tailo, Starly, Combi, and Pick-a-Peck. So Zubat fucking sucks. Despite its lack of eyes, Zubat is still capable of learning Mean Look. That's interesting. But it can't look at you because it doesn't have eyes. It is also the only Pokemon. Now I'm pulling this from my ass because I don't know where I read this. Well, here it is. Due to its lack of eyes, Zubat is the only Pokemon whose alpha form in Legends Arceus does not bear glowing red eyes because it doesn't have eyes. I don't know how many times I can say that. It is also one of the few shadow Pokemon in Pokemon Go that doesn't have red eyes. The other being Shadow Steelix. I did not know that about Shadow Steelix. That is interesting. I wonder why. It has eyes. I
No,
wonder why it's not
nor
red.
did I.
But yeah, Abra does have red eyes. So
Did we do Abra yet? Abra has all those faces. Abra's a pretty cool one.
It has one.
Wait,
face.
no. Never mind. I'm thinking of Arbok.
Yeah, I did that.
Yep.
I told you about the faces.
Yep.
The worst memory in the world.
I really do. It's a problem.
Why do you think I don't want to play Red Dead with you anymore? I'm kidding. That's not the reason.
Well, what's the reason?
We play WWE now.
Yeah.
We kind of fell off Red Dead. What was I saying? Zubat. It's based on a bat.
No way.
Yeah. particularly vampire bats, which bite other animals to feed off their blood. Its poison type may be inspired by either the anticoagulant. I'm thinking I'm saying that right. Coagulant, anticoagulant properties vampire bat saliva, or the fact that bats are infamous for spreading deadly diseases such as rabies. Its lack of eyes could be a reference to the myth, because it's not true. Bats can see; they just use sonar echoing, but they have eyes. Um, so that's where the no eyes comes from, because you know people are idiots. And may additionally be influenced by the best blind. I just said that. I should just read it and not say things randomly. The claim that Zubat will suffer burns when exposed to sunlight may be inspired by mythological vampires. Mythological, not mythological. Team Edward. That's all I know. Um, Zubat may be a combination of bat and I believe this is Chinese. Zubato, which means piercingly. I don't know what language that's from.
Me neither.
Zubato. So yeah, that's probably where it gets its name from. So Zubat is the most annoying Pokemon in Gen 1. If you didn't play Gen 1 Pokemon games, you have no idea how annoying Zubat is. If you did not go into Rock Tunnel with repels, you got a Zubat every 5 steps and you wanted to kill yourself before you're right across
Absolute
the room.
worst, bro. Zubat literally was the most annoying Pokemon.
Brock had one,
The worst Pokemon.
and neither of them were able to see. I don't know how the fuck Brock saw anything. Dude's eyes closed the entire time, except for when a woman walked by. He was like, "Oh shit, Nurse Joy, what's good? Let me holla at you real
That's
quick."
actually really funny.
It's true though. So that was Zubat.
Yeah, that's a good update.
Golbat. Yeah, it's not an update. It's a highlight.
I mean, highlight.
It doesn't
My
have
bad.
hands.
My bad.
Wings.
All right.
I thought that was quite interesting though, the poison flying thing. Because then I
It
thought
is interesting.
serendipity. I thought serendipity was poison flying, but I think it's poison psychic.
Serendip. You mean pheasantipity?
Yeah, that's what I said. Pheasantipity.
Pheasantipity.
I'm pretty sure it's psychic poison. Poison psychic. Or I could be wrong and it could be dark.
Poison fairy.
Okay, Monkey Dory is poison psychic.
That would make more sense, yeah.
And then the dog is, I think, poison fighting.
Yeah. Monkey Dory is poison psychic. The dog. It's Okie Dokie, okay?
I'm not a fan of Okie Dokie.
I love that Okie Dokie art rare from Night Wanderer. Well, whatever it is, Shroud of
I'm
Fable.
just not a fan of the dumb green scarf that's just there. I don't know what it is. If it's a collar, if it's a scarf, I don't know what the fuck it is. Whatever is around its neck that's just floating there.
That's purple, yeah. They all have that. That's the poison thing that they all have.
I'm not a fan. They don't all have that.
Yeah, they do. Okie Dokie Monkey.
Yeah, but Okie Dokies is specifically just floating there.
Yeah. Yes.
And I dislike that very much.
Got it.
If it was just a collar, I'd be like, all right, cool. It's a dog that has a collar. Makes sense.
So
but
you
it's
like
just
collars.
There. What?
So you like collars?
Yeah. Looks. I'm not, going to kink shame anybody.
Yes to collar, no to leash. Noted.
If that's a leash, it should be attached to something. Somebody should be holding it. It's just floating there, and it's fucking stupid. I hate that thing.
Dude, how big is Okie Dokie? Who the hell's holding his leash?
Not Brock. You can't find it.
Oh, he's not that big. He's 5'11", 203.
It's a hefty fella. No,
yeah,
not really.
Yeah, but for a Pokemon, it's not that big.
You know who else isn't big for a Pokemon? Charizard. It's like 5'6".
Yeah, dude. Zacian is 9 feet 2 inches and weighs 250 pounds. That's a big dog.
Yeah, it's a big dog.
That's a big old dog. Can I pet that dog?
I pet that dog.
All right. I think that we're going to do a little bit of a shorter dealio.
Now my sensor's connected.
Yay.
Diabetes.
Wait, why can't I share? That's not what I want to share.
Look, he's buying us stuff, guys.
I was messing around on the Pokemon on the oh, there we go. Stop screen on the Secret Lab website. And it's really expensive, as it turns out, to buy everything I want to buy on Secret Lab.
So,
Okay,
long short,
here we
Okie
go.
dokie looks stupid.
I
So
think we're going to cut it a little shorter so that I can go out and help my wife with the baby, who is still awake. So it's time to move directly into the rankings.
time to move directly into the rankings. Let me get my list ready. So I think what we're going to do this week for typing is, last week we had the suggestion from King JB, or I don't know what you want to call him, because to you I'm the King JB of them all.
God.
He requested rock.
All right, first rock type Pokemon on our random assortment of 10 rock type Pokemon is Magcargo. Magcargo. Oh yeah, we got to do default, right? We lucked out on Magcargo, but yeah.
Yeah, yes, default. Sorry, I was putting the overpatch on my sensor. Now the fucking thing is stuck to my hand. Now it's stuck to the laptop.
All right, next, Aron.
So Magcargo is first?
Yep.
Hold on, there's something paper on my fucking screen. Magcargo.
Yep.
Escargo, and then who we got?
Aron. Aron.
Cool.
Archeops.
Ugh. Archeops. Do you know where that name stems from?
Archaeology.
Yeah, and what's the next part?
He's a op. Duh.
Thank you for listening to the 151 Collective. Next.
Top op. Lairon. We really got to just do fully evolved. This is dumb, having Aron and Lairon on the same list.
Well, to be fair, I like Lairon better than Aron. Look at he's a cute little guy.
Golem.
Rock. I like this
Turtle. List. Oh, God. Crustle.
Hold on, my fucking phone's being stupid.
Yeah.
Golem. Crustle.
Cleavor. Brother, I am in trouble.
We both are. Cleavor.
Aurorus.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Damn is right.
Kabutops.
The one time.
I know. Kabutops.
My phone wanted to autocorrect that to janitor. Don't ask me why.
That's funny. And Omanite. At least the last three were all heaters.
Yeah, but were they all put in the right spots?
No, definitely not.
Okay, so starting with number 10.
Lairon.
Omanite.
Oof. Bummer.
Yeah, big oof. Okay, next.
Archeops.
Crustle.
I respect that. Magcargo.
No, Aron.
Aron. All right. Who'd you have for number 7?
Archeops.
I had Aron.
Oh, close. Number 6.
I had Crustle.
I had Magcargo.
Wow, you put Magcargo number 6 out the gate?
Yeah, I didn't. I thought there would be worse ones.
All right.
And there were. Number 5.
Cleavor.
Lairon. Which I would have put higher. I like Lairon. I think the design is very cool.
I don't like Lairon because I really dislike the most recent art rare that they did.
The garbage one?
He's like eating an oil can. I just don't like that card at all.
Number 4.
Golem.
Twinning.
Nice.
I too did Golem.
The Rock Turtle.
Yeah. Number 3,
Omanite, and I would leave Omanite there.
Cleavor, and I would not leave Cleavor there. I didn't play Legends Arcade, so I'm not really familiar with Cleavor. So I'm not really a huge
I
fan.
mean, my tie to Cleavor, or my most recent tie to Cleavor, is the Cleavor V-Star box. That's a great box that people slept on for a long time. It's got Lost Origin and Fusion Strike.
Well, they're awake. Number 2,
That's funny. Kabutops, sadly.
Kabutops.
Yeah. We
So we
both
both had
fell
the
for the
same.
fucking Aurora's trap, bro.
Yep. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
That is. That
But in
is.
retrospect, for me, on my list, I would only change Auroras and Kabutops. Everything else could stay the same, and I wouldn't
I
care.
would switch Cleavor and Omanite. I would put. Oh no, yeah, my 1 to 5. So just Cleavor and Omanite would be switched.
For me, it would be Kabutops, Auroras, Omanite, Golem, and then I would actually probably move my Cargo up to number 5 and put Cleavor in number 8, and I would be okay
Mine
with
would
this.
be Kabutops, Auroras, Omanite. No, Kabutops, Auroras, Leiron, Golem, Omanite.
Oh, okay. I like Omanite way more than you do.
Yeah,
All right.
but it still
Fair,
makes my top 10.
fair
I mean,
play.
my top 5.
And now we're going to generate
15,
15
fully evolved,
fully evolved rock type Pokemon.
and I'm gonna whoop your ass.
And we're going to make a battle party. Ooh, some spicy ones. At least one. We got Crustle, Tyranitar, Aggron, Aurorus, Carbink, Corsola, Terrakion, Regirock, Magcargo, Rhyperior, Cloth, Stonjourner, Bastiodon, Stakataka, and Top Op, Archeops.
What's this spicy one?
What are you talking about? What's the spicy one?
I don't know. You said a spicy one. You literally just said that.
Yeah, like a top, like an S tier Pokemon on that list.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Extremely easy. We're probably going to have
5,
the same battle
6.
party unless you do something stupid.
Well, I don't see a Shuckle.
Right, there is no Shuckle.
There should be.
Go ahead.
T-Tar,
Yep.
Aurorus,
Yep.
Terrakion,
I already see one potential miss. Yep.
Regirock,
Yep.
Rhyperior.
Yeah. All right, so I see what we're going to be off. It's going to be 1v1. You take Bastiodon?
I did.
Yeah, I took Aggron.
You might win that with the Steel.
I wanted Bastiodon, but by the time I got to Bastiodon, I had already had a full battle party of Pokemon that I thought were better than Bastiodon.
I think you win that because I think the Steel is going to knock out Bastiodon, and Aggron has Steel.
Because I am the best.
Do it without Rock, and let's see who's the best.
Yeah, all types.
Yeah.
All types, all
Rock.
gens, fully evolved, 15. Here we go. Good luck. What? Infernape, Phalanx, Sawsbuck, Poliwrath, Mr. Mime, Hatterene, Gallade, Mamoswine, Espeon, Gogoat, Komala, Staraptor, Delmice, Conkeldurr, and Leavanny.
Wow, this is fucking terrible.
I'm gonna Leavanny this game. This is awful.
Oh God. That old god was pointed towards you in that joke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 5. Usually I'm a lot faster. That's what she said. I guess 6. No, 6. Okay.
Yeah, this has to be 6 for me. I wonder which one you were struggling with. I bet you we have the same first 4.
Okay, so let's start. Infernape. Poliwrath.
Yep. Gallade.
Gallade, Mamoswine.
Yep.
And then I took Espeon.
Espeon.
And I took Gogoat.
Staraptor. I wanted flying.
Oh, my
My Star
struggle is
Raptor
between
is gonna
Go-Goat and Conkeldurr.
my Star Raptor is gonna pick up your Go-Goat and throw him off the top of the cliff. Have you seen those videos?
Yes, I have.
Dude, oh my god.
That's also not going to happen.
I think so.
No, because my Go-Goat is going to go
But
goat him. It's a giant fucking goat.
yeah,
That's
Star Raptor is a
monstrous.
giant fucking raptor, bro.
How big is Star Raptor?
It's basically a T-Rex.
That's not true.
I'm looking it up right now.
All right, go for it. And then look up Go-Goat. And here's our lull.
Star
Like,
Raptor
subscribe,
stands
and
3
comment.
feet 11 inches and 55 pounds.
3 feet 11 inches is
Yeah,
nothing.
that's
All
a
right, Go-Goat.
bird, bro. That's the
Go-Goat.
size of an ostrich.
No, it's not. Are you out of your mind?
It's the size of a baby ostrich. 5'7",
No, it's
200 pounds.
yeah. My Go-Goat's gonna crush your bird. Look up the size of an adult ostrich. That shit's like 6 foot.
9 feet tall. Three
9
times the
feet.
size of a Star Raptor. All right, well, if Star Raptor was the size of an ostrich, it would crush Go-Goat.
If a Star Raptor was the size of an ostrich, I
Let's
would
see.
be terrified and
Go-Goat
hunt him to
v
extinction.
Star Raptor. In terms of
What
Pokemon
does AI
special
say?
ability, Star Raptor generally has a higher base attack and decent speed, while Go-Goat focuses on high HP and decent special defense. Here's a more detailed comparison. Now it's going over the typing, the abilities, base stats, strengths, weaknesses. In summary, Star Raptor is a powerful physical attacker with high attack and decent speed, while Go-Goat is more defensive with high HP and decent special defense. Star Raptor's reckless ability can boost the power of moves with recoil, while Go-Goat's Sap Siper ability can drain the HP of opponents. The best choice between the two depends on the specific strategy and team composition.
Good job, AI.
Wow.
Wait, let me ask ChatGPT. Now that I've been
Oops.
messing around with ChatGPT. Who wins in a battle between Go-Goat and Star Raptor? Is Star Raptor spelled? Yep, okay, I got it right.
Star Raptor.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. In a battle between Go-Goat and Star Raptor usually has the upper hand.
Let's fucking go. Why'd you start talking quiet, bro?
Because ChatGPT just betrayed me. Verdict: Star Raptor wins most of the time. Specifically, if it gets the first hit with a strong flying move. Want me to mock up a little mock battle
On
scene between
chat?
them?
Yeah.
Yes. It's going to tell me it can't do it because of copyright infringement. Oh no, it sent me a fucking chart. I will be posting the comic style showdown that it's showing me. What are you looking? What are you doing over there typing away?
Replying to a Poke Center message.
What do they want?
What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. We got to answer Keeks' question here. If someone says, I'll give you a band for that, does it mean $100 or $1,000?
1,000.
I also would say 1,000, but I have heard it
That's
used.
what a band is.
Yeah, I agree, but I believe it could also refer to 100. But
I usually say a yard for 100.
100 bands.
Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch. 10, 10, 10, 20, 50, bitch. Yeah, what do you guys think? I'd like to know. That's all I care about. Yeah, that's what I thought, ChatGPT. I went against your fucking copyrights. You weren't going to do it. Do the mock battle dialogue. No, this is a.
It's gonna take a long time, huh?
It's even giving me a narrator. It's super effective.
Star Raptor's gonna win. It's okay.
That's pretty cool. Referee,
ChatGPT is like the ultimate.
Go. This is actually really fun. What were you gonna say?
ChatGPT is the ultimate argument ender. Like it used to
really
be,
is.
like you used to be considered kind of like a pompous asshole if you would pull out your phone to Google something to end an argument, but now you just have ChatGPT to run it in real time. Like the
Yeah,
ultimate. Ask
I'm forcing.
ChatGPT if a band is 100 or 1,000.
Oh, good. Let's ask ChatGPT more questions. Is a band $100 or 1,000? A band is slang for $1,000, not $100. So if someone says a band, they're talking about $1,000. Similarly, 5 bands is $5,000. 10 bands is $10,000. If you're thinking of $100, that's sometimes called a bill or Benjamin
C note. That's what I call it.
or a C note.
What's a yard? What does that come from?
My
Also,
mother.
why is 100 called a C note?
I don't know.
Is there a C on it somewhere?
Oh, he just happens to pull one fucking out of his pocket.
My drawer.
Let me check this single I have in my pocket.
Why would it be called a C note? Ask ChatGPT, please. Why is 100 called a C note?
Here's the fresh single.
Oh, wait. Is a Roman numeral C for 100? I bet you that's why.
Oh, maybe. Why is $100 bill?
Welcome to the collective where we ask ChatGPT the most random questions.
Why is $100 bill called a C note? My fat thumbs would type in note. The $100 bill is called a C note because of Roman numerals.
Let's go.
Roman numeral C stands for 100. So C note literally means a $100
Oh my
note.
god, I am literally punching my microphone accidentally over and over again.
Does anyone call $100 a yard?
Yeah, what is that? A yard?
I don't know. My mom and dad always said it, so that's what. Not usually. In slang, a yard typically means a $100 bill, but it's way less common than terms like C note, Benjamin,
All
or
right, so
bill.
where did yard come from? And are you using an app for ChatGPT? Like what?
I am, yes.
What's the app?
Where
Send me
did
deets.
the term yard come from?
Also, screen share this shit. Put this up on the screen.
I can't.
Well, you can if you put it on your laptop.
Right, but I'm using my cell phone. The origin of yard, meaning $100 bill, is a bit murky, but here's the most widely accepted theory. It's likely come from rhyming slang or street slang, possibly British in origin, and may have made its way into American slang through gambling or criminal circles. So my mom and dad are both gambling in criminal circles.
Perfect.
Hey, if we went into stories, it makes sense. But we won't go into those stories and incriminate my parents. Well,
So
I guess
100
we
yards.
can incriminate my dad.
100 yards is 10 bands.
Yes, I would assume so.
Mm-hmm. Or a football field.
Yes, or a football field. Very good. It could be short for yard note, referencing a large denomination banknote, like a $100 bill.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I like ChatGPT. Do you remember before we close it out?
30th December.
Early 2000s, late 2000s.
Uh-huh.
There was a number that you can text where you can ask questions and they would give you the answers.
Yeah, I think it was 281-330-8004, baby.
I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not.
Bro, I'm extremely disappointed that you don't know Mike Jones's cell phone number.
Wow. Okay, that was a wild reference.
Bro, All right.
No. Yeah, no, I'm disappointed in myself too, but that was a wild reference. But also, there was an actual like number you can text. I remember.
I don't remember the number. I do remember doing this.
Okay, that's what I'm just asking if you remember the
Yeah,
thing.
I remember it existed. There's only three numbers that I have committed to memory outside of like my family and important phone numbers. One of them is
One's Mike
Jenny's.
Jones.
One of them is Mike Jones, and the other one is for the Domino's Pizza in Warren, New Jersey.
I remember I think it was Optimum. 1877343. 448.
Oh,
Optimum Online.
that sounds familiar.
It was a commercial with some
Yeah,
mermaids and
yeah.
some.
I bet you if I heard a few commercial jingles, I would remember the numbers, but it would take the
What about
hearing of the jingle.
freecreditreport.com?
Yeah, FREE,
Freecreditreport.com.
that spells free.
Free.
Credit report for me, baby. Yeah, I remember them, but they didn't have a phone number.
No, that's
But if
freecreditreport.com.
anybody's in Warren and you want to order Domino's, you can try 755
What about JG Wentworth?
877 cash now.
Yeah.
There you go. So I knew that one too.
Yeah, he did.
All right, but that's not numbers. That's a word. That's different.
It's still a phone number.
Yeah, but it's different than remembering the actual numbers.
It's still a phone number. What about Salino and Barnes?
Nope.
Do you even know who Salino and Barnes are?
I would imagine attorneys at law, but I do not know.
They were. Maybe it's a New York thing.
It
Salino and
sounds
Barnes.
very, very New York. It sounds like
800-888-8888.
Yeah, no,
Call
that's that sounds like Better Call Saul.
Why don't you go help your wife?
Yeah, I'm going to. I'll talk to you next week. I've been Collector, aka Argus Pro.
Talk to me next week. I'll talk to you in 5 minutes. I've been Zack Mo, aka ChatGPT, who is our new best friend.
Bye.
Bye.